Hello everyone, it's GigaBeef here, and today we're looking at the summary post that was just released by Nikita onto Reddit, which kind of wraps up the whole ordeal. I think this is probably going to be the final iteration of what the different versions are going to get, which is why I've kind of held off making a summary video until now. If you want to hear my full thoughts about the entire process of the shenanigans, then go and listen to the Scav Talk podcast episode that we just released yesterday. I'll put a link to that in the description. It's 2 hours long. We spend an hour and a half going through everything, so I'm not going to put up another video like that on my main channel. So hopefully this is going to be the end of it. There's still stuff that I don't really like, but at this stage, I don't really care to die on these hills. So let's just go through it and see where we've got to. So, dear players, we've come to the following conclusion regarding the list of changes and the additions to the game. Please give your feedback. For owners of Edge of Darkness, access to co-op PvE mode with persistent progression. Access will be given out in waves. We plan to start it tomorrow, so EOD is at least getting the PvE mode. You don't have to inject any more money into the game to get all the things that you feel like you probably should have access to as an EOD player who was promised all DLC. This is important. Faster insurance return, increased personal trade limits purchased by 20%, and increased PMC starting karma. Access to a special stimulant craft, increased charisma skill level. I don't think anybody who has EOD really cares about these things. The only thing that I would say about this is that the increased personal trader purchase limits, with the global limits going away, this actually matters a lot less than it used to. It just means that you have to go on 1 in 5 times less often when the trader's on reset to be able to buy ammo. I just don't think this is as impactful as it was previously, but it's all kind of unnecessary. We don't need extra pay to win stuff in EOD. It's not needed, but it's not a hill that I'm willing to die on. Nostalgia questline, we don't know what that means. Unique PMC dog tag, unique armband. These two are completely fine because that's totally cosmetic. No problem with that at all. Unique item with call-in mechanics legacy device. The first that we've heard of the mechanics of this. The ability to call in a friendly BTR. Once called, the item will go into cooldown. I don't even know how this is going to get implemented. I just laughed when I saw this because at this stage, nothing really surprises me. So we'll see. Unique PMC upper and lower clothing. Fine. The ability to replace 2 daily tasks per day for free. Okay, kind of pay to win. We don't need this, but whatever. Ability to change nickname, icon, and color. Fantastic. So then for the owners of the standard, Prepare for Escape, and Left Behind editions, we then have an increased stash size by 2 lines, which is kind of nice. Ability to purchase PvE mode separately, which is really good. We still don't know how much this is going to be. I really hope that it's not that much because that's the last thing that they need to do at this stage. For owners of the Unheard edition, unique radio electronic item, Mark of the Unheard, will be active only in PvE mode. I think this is good, despite the fact that it turns out Mark of the Unheard isn't anywhere near as good as we thought it was, because you lose Scav Karma and stuff like that, but they didn't say that at first, so it was hard for us to know. Anyway, this is still probably good. Unique item Distress Signal will be available in both PvP and PvE modes. The item must be recharged in the hideout for using high-end items. Again, we don't really know the mechanics of how this is going to work and how long it'll take people to get into raid and stuff, so it may end up just being a nothing burger, but we'll see. A $50 coupon for Escape from Tarkov purchases. For those who paid the full price, you get a bit of something. You can, additions, expansions, whatever, you can pay for other things. Okay, fine. Access to Escape from Tarkov Arena. For those who purchased the edition at the full price, probably good, because it was kind of surprising this didn't come with Arena, but there you go. Unique PMC upper clothing cultist jacket, unique PMC dog tag. Those are fine, don't care about that. Ability to change nickname, icon, and color, fine. For owners of all editions, other than the Unheard edition, ability to obtain the items Mark of the Unheard, and the Distress Signal device through in-game quests. Very good. Ability to obtain expanded PMC pockets through in-game quests. This was originally EOD only. They've rolled it out to everybody. Very good. For owners of all editions other than Edge of Darkness, ability to obtain the legacy device through the in-game quest. Very good. Ability to replace 1 daily task per day for free. So it's kind of the same as EOD nearly. I think it's like 1 less, but okay. The ping limit for PvE mode will be removed for all editions. This is an extraordinarily good idea. And we will inform you in advance about the order and time of appearance of all these changes. Thank you and have a great day. As I said, go and listen to Scav Talk if you want to hear my full thoughts about this thing. This is fine. Obviously, the trust is broken with BSG. Everybody knows this. So they're going to have to be squeaky clean going forwards for anybody to build the trust back. Some people will leave the game forever and never come back. Some people will look at this and go, okay, I don't have to put any more money in as an EOD player. I still enjoy playing the game, so I'm going to continue playing it. And then some people won't care and will just buy the upgraded version. That's probably how the community will broadly split down into 3 different segments. On that basis, I'm still going to be covering Escape from Tarkov. Obviously, I still really enjoy the game. I'm not going to be buying the Unheard edition. It doesn't matter enough to me. And I can continue playing and enjoy it myself, even just as a gamer, not as a content creator. I can play the game and enjoy it, which I still do, without having to inject any more money in. because I just don't feel like after all of this stuff that they particularly deserve it. So they're going to have to work really, really hard over probably multiple years to get people's trust back, to make them feel like they actually want to be behind the dev and kind of support them and be kind of on their side, if that makes sense. But I think at some point we have to draw a line under it. I respect the decision of people who don't want to play the game anymore. That's completely fine. I'm going to still carry on playing it, obviously, and those who also want to, you'll continue to get updates and content from me here at some point. But I am going to be playing more Greyzone and a few other things as well, because it makes sense and these games are actually good. I was intending on covering these new games that were coming out anyway, even before all this drama popped out. So it is what it is. At some point, we've got to move on if we do want to carry on playing the game. The game's clearly not just going to close as the final outcome to all this drama. So hopefully for those of you who want to, we can move on and get on with our life in the world of Tarkov. So yeah, that's basically it. As usual, a big shout out to all my patrons. And as always, have fun in your raids.